Now, right now in the Senate, the gloves are off.
You've made more misstatements in a shorter period of time than I have ever heard.
Please correct
Well,
me,
if I'm
because
worth
it's
$8
all
million,
public.
excuse me.
It's all public.
Excuse me.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right? Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
If I'm worth $8 million, that's good news to me. I'm not aware of it. That's a lie. All right? Number
Part
two,
of public records.
you're probably looking at some phony right-wing internet stuff. It ain't true.
No,
All right? You should read beyond that.
Now, that exchange very heated between Senator Bernie Sanders and Republican Senator Markwayne Mullin. That came during a hearing on Starbucks' alleged union-busting tactics. Howard Schultz is the star witness today, just days after he stepped down from his third stint as the CEO of Starbucks. He is there under the threat of subpoena from Bernie Sanders. CNN's Matt Egan has been following all this. Matt, that exchange, that wasn't even the main event. It was, that was for Schultz to testify. So what did we hear on the Starbucks front?
Yeah, Alex, the main event really was Bernie Sanders confronting Starbucks founder Howard Schultz about his company's alleged union busting. Sanders didn't mince any words. He accused Starbucks of waging, quote, the most aggressive and illegal union busting campaign in modern history, and he noted that Schultz, the company's founder, only agreed to testify after being threatened with a subpoena. Listen to this exchange between Bernie Sanders and the Starbucks founder.
Let me remind you that federal law at 18 U.S. Code Section 1001 prohibits knowingly and willfully making any fraudulent statement.
I understand that.
Were you ever informed of or involved in a decision to fire a worker who was part of a union organizing drive?
I was not.
Were you ever informed of or involved in a decision to discipline a worker in any way who was part of a union organizing drive?
I was not.
Have you ever threatened, coerced, or intimidated a worker for supporting a union?
I've had conversations that could have been interpreted in a different way than I intended.
Now, to make his point, Sanders pointed to a ruling from just a few weeks ago by a judge at the National Labor Relations Board who found that Starbucks displayed, quote, egregious and widespread misconduct in its dealings with employees trying to unionize in Buffalo, New York. Now, for his part, Schultz, he repeatedly stressed that Starbucks has not broken the law. He also referred to these allegations from the NLRB as just mere allegations, ones that he thinks will be disproven over time. Now, here's why all of this matters. I mean, Starbucks, of course, is a brand that a lot of Americans care about, they love. It's also a major employer. Look at that. Almost 500,000 people around the world work for Starbucks, more than 250,000 in the U.S. alone. Starbucks raised its minimum wage to $15 an hour recently, and Howard Schultz says the average store wage is $17.50 nationally. But clearly, Starbucks has become sort of the latest flashpoint in this growing effort around the country by workers who are trying to fight for better wages, better benefits, and stronger working conditions. And Alex, this fight clearly is not going away.